Okay, my homeless story started when I was a child. I was homeless with my parents. I was homeless again when I was pregnant with my eldest daughter at 18. I was living in my car. And then my most recent homelessness was when my husband lost his job. He was working over at the Eastman and we got evicted. So now we have an eviction on our record, which is going to make it even 10 times harder for us to find a place. We were getting we had a property out in Edison, Tennessee. We were going to be homesteaders, and we ended up not being able to do that because the winters are too harsh out there. So then we come back to Kingsport and faced homelessness again. So the last couple years has been real hard. At one point, me and my husband were living in a tent. My kids were staying inside with my mom's house, but that became a problem. We had to leave. Most recently, we're staying at Salvation Army in one of their family units. And right before that, we were living in our camper in a parking lot with our kids. And I have 4 kids, 2 teenagers, 2 younger boys. I've been coming down here doing laundry because the dryer in my dorm where we were staying at is messed up. And I found a fellowship here with other women, and I've learned to find my faith. And I think that's a big thing for me. I've been reading the Bible lately, and I really like reading the Bible. It's almost like a story that just don't stop storying, I guess you could say. But I don't know. I've found friends here. I've made new friends that I never thought that I would make. I don't know what else to say.
Just being a part of community and.
Yes. I don't know.
What would you say would be like what your next goals are?
Maybe? Oh, my next goals is saving up for a vehicle so my husband can get a ride back and forth to work. And then we're going to focus on trying to get a rent to own. That way we don't ever have to look at somebody to say you're evicted again. Yeah. Because we're struggling right now, especially with an eviction on our record, and we have no credit established. So that's a hindrance to us. And it's really hard, and there's a lot of families that's in our position right now on the verge of possibly, losing our children because there's nothing here for us. And the rent is way too high. And even if I was working, it's going to decrease other things like our food stamps, and then other things get messed with. And it's just, I don't know. It's just really hard out here, especially for families right now, and to be able to keep holding on. I know for me, there for a long time, I thought I was going to end up in the crazy hospital, just because I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know where to go, who to go to, where to, but I found here at this place, which I didn't ever think I was going to find. Here at Oasis, I found that I have a lot of similarities with a lot of people, and a lot of struggles that I'm going through, a lot of people is going through here. And I've also found my faith here, which I never thought I would find. And that's been transformational to me because I never thought that would be that person. And I always thought that people in faith were do-gooders and that they didn't never sin or anything like that. And it's completely different. It's not like that. But I think coming here is what's gave me motivation to keep going because I see people in worse situations than mine. And I hear, people talk about their stories and their things and stuff like that. And it just gives me motivation to keep going because if they can do it, I can do it.
So. That was going to be my next question was what would be your advice to someone who might find themselves in your situation?
Keep going, muster up the strength and keep going because God's not going to put anything on your shoulders that he doesn't think you can handle. And even if you can't handle it, get back up, pick yourself back up. You may get down for a little while, but pick yourself back up. I mean, only you is going to be the person to make a change. So you got to do it. If you don't do it for you, do it for somebody else.
Yeah. And what brings you the most hope? What keeps your hope alive?
My kids. My kids are what keeps me going. If I didn't have my kids in my life, I would probably have no hope in the world. But my kids is what I find strength in. That's why I tell everybody, even if you don't have kids, Find something else that keeps you strong. Maybe it be a family member or an animal or the hope of having a different lifestyle or whatever. Just keep going. There's no, when you get down to your bottom, there's no way but up. And you don't really know what your rock bottom is until you hit it.
Mm-hmm. And how have you found that hope here?
With the people here. With the people here, and just knowing that they've got my back and they're supporting me, and I feel that support. I feel that I have a network, and I feel like I have a community here now. Something I didn't think I had before, and I have that here now. I have people I can go talk to and say, hey, I'm going through this, and they help me through it. They talk me through it. Like, especially with Chantel. Chantel, I've come to her in certain issues, and she's talked me through it in a biblical way. Like, hey, this is what you should do. This is what God, wants you to do, type situations. And she's got me through a lot of stuff. And she's helping me forgive people that I need to forgive. And she's teaching me how to do that too. And a lot of the women here, they know a lot about the Bible. A couple people actually that I've went to with a lot of crazy questions, but they answer them every time. And because I'm going through the Bible right now, and I do have a lot of questions, and they've helped me find resources to my questions. They've, even Chantel is trying to help me get an appeal for an apartment right now. So, I mean, I found a lot of help here, a lot of help and a lot of hope.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you. I hope that